Good evening, and welcome to the Juno Theatre Company and Teaneck New Theatre production of A Sentimental Journey by Katheryn White. Now, this will be a first partnership in a long um, partnership with us with the new Teaneck Theatre. We will also be presenting a number of shows with the theater. But just to give some information on the playwright, Katheryn White majored in theater at Bard College and received her MA from New York University. Her plays have been produced off Broadway and also in New Jersey, as well as Nebraska, Alaska, and Edinburgh, Scotland. She is a writing professor at St. Peter's University before she passed away, and she was a member of the Dramatists Guild and a former member of Pen and Brush. She also majored in acting at Bard College and received a master's degree in performance studies from New York University. While a member of the editorial board of Women in Performance Journal, she organized and produced a play marathon with the Women's Committee of Dramatists, where she coordinated the reading of plays by over 100 women across the US in one weekend in June of 1987. Her plays, Alien Doctors and Sojourner, were produced off Broadway in New York in 1991, and again at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland in 1992. This play, A Sentimental Journey, won first prize in 1999 at a contest sponsored by the Pen and Brush Club. Several plays had public readings throughout Washington Square Playwrights and at the Jefferson Market Library. And that includes Shifting Sands, Number Our Days, and in 2000, Hourglass Shrines was chosen to be workshopped at the Last Frontier Theater Festival in Valdez, Alaska. As well as this play, Sentimental Journey, was produced by the Jersey Shore artists in Neptune, New Jersey during the summer of 2002. And one of the things that I'll always remember with Katheryn White was that she was my professor, she was my mentor, and she was my friend. And I'm proud that our actors can come together and celebrate her life and her work with this play, A Sentimental Journey. Now, without further ado, we begin our sentimental journey. Act 1, Scene 1. The setting is the porch and adjacent bar at the House by the Sea Hotel in Ocean Grove, New Jersey. The French doors are leading to the bar and they are open. Allegra is seated at the bar.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna make a sentimental journey to renew old memories. Oh, oh, Sam. Oh. Honey, you are a true artist. This is a perfect sidecar.
Thank you, Allegra.
Oh, don't thank me, honey. Oh, let me thank you. You inherited your father's knack for making your guests feel like royalty.
You are royalty.
Oh, yes. The theater provides few thrones and many hollow crowns.
Every summer, I so look forward to your visits and your stories of the USO shows, Broadway musicals, and serious drama.
Well, your father told me you were writing stories of your own.
Well, I'm actually halfway through my first novel.
A novel? Oh, how wonderful. Sam, what's it about?
It's called Tidal Waves. It's a romantic fishing novel.
Fishing and romance. Oh, a new genre. Well, I'm afraid I've always associated fishing with worms and worms with serpents and serpents with ex-husbands.
My novel has to do more with self-discovery, first love and fly fishing.
Oh, it sounds very intellectual, like Moby Dick meets Field and Stream. You must show it to me this week.
Mm-hmm. Violet enters the bar.
Violet, dear. Oh, hello. Did you know Sam is writing his first novel?
I would have sworn my son told me Sam took up painting. Jimmy said that Sam sent him sketches.
Oh, Violet, don't talk about Sam like he's not here. So, what about those sketches, Sam?
Well, I sent Jimmy a few short sketches of my characters, plot locations, that kind of stuff, not pictures.
I must confess, I'm disappointed. I was hoping to have an original painting by Sam in my living room for my new condo. What would I do with a novel? My eyes are so weak, I can hardly read anymore.
Maybe we can persuade Sam to write a play about us.
Oh, sure. Great idea. Will he get to produce it? How would they cast it? Imagine having to audition to play yourself.
Well, imagine what it would be like to see yourself played by another actress.
I'm getting too old to imagine anything anymore. Come sit by me. You know how much I dislike sitting at bars. We must maintain our images as ladies.
Well, my image is intact. At my age, I don't have to worry.
At Sam's age, you didn't worry. You never worry. It's one of your flaws.
I'm ready for another, honey.
Oh, I'll have a seltzer plain with a twist of lime. How many sidecars have you had?
Enough to keep me on track. No lectures.
I pray for you all the time. Alcohol distorts judgment, kills brain cells. You could fall, lose your memory, break your hip. It's too much to think about.
Don't think about it. I am not ready to join the geriatric sect.
We don't have to join. We're lifetime members. Remember, dear, I retired.
Well, I will never retire. I will audition until I'm dead. Even then, I'll offer my remains if a show needs a corpse.
Liz appears at the doorway.
Hi, Glory Girls. We're all together one more year.
Oh, Lizzie, skip the Glory Girls. This isn't the stage door canteen. This is the house by the sea. This isn't 1943. It's 1985.
I'm not in a mood for your humor.
Oh,
I'm
darling,
tired.
sit by me. I have some tea to revive you.
I'd like to go upstairs and freshen up a bit.
Are you sure you wouldn't like a little nip first, Lizzie?
I don't need a nip. I need a nap. See you later, girls.
Bye. Wow, Lizzie really let herself go.
I think she's depressed, and she wears too much black.
Oh, Lizzie is still playing Masha in The Seagull. I can hear her moaning. I'm in mourning for my life. Oh, I'm so unhappy.
Oh, Liz never recovered from the terrible tragedy of her life.
Oh, it's about time she came out of mourning. I mean, who has not experienced tragedy?
We all deal with pain differently. You turn every tragedy in your life into a romantic comedy.
Well, I always like to leave them laughing.
Oh, this summer, try to be more patient with Liz.
Oh, I do try. I mean, she could have at least sat with us and had a drink before running upstairs.
Not everyone needs a drink to relax. This holiday may prove stressful.
It can't be the same without Lillian.
No.
Oh, it won't be the same without Lillian. I felt her presence the minute I walked into the hotel today. Her perfume, arpege, it haunts this room. How many women wear arpege today?
Lillian lives in my prayers. I talk to her every day.
My dad said he read in the papers that Lillian had a stroke.
Yes, Lillian suffered her final stroke on stage during a performance of The Royal Family. She collapsed in the arms of the actress who played her daughter.
Lillian will be missed, but you wouldn't want us to be sad. Let's try to raise our spirits before Liz comes downstairs.
I'll drink to that.
Here, this one's on the house. And I'll fix Liz her Jack Rose.
You try to be nicer to Liz this year?
Stop repeating yourself. I already told you I'm as nice to her as I can be.
Oh, Liz is taking Lillian's death very hard.
So you're saying I'm not? Are you saying I'm insensitive?
Oh, I would never say that, dear. But you know you have...
Liz enters and sits opposite Violet, placing Allegra in the center. Sam places a drink in front of Liz.
Sam, you remembered. How kind.
Oh, stop fishing, Lizzie. It's on me.
Thank you. And please don't call me Lizzie. You know how I hate it.
Girls, let's try to get along. We don't have much time together.
So, any good news, ladies?
I have an audition when I get back to New York.
So do I.
Well, mine is a comic mystery featuring married society sleuths. Well, sort of like Nick and Nora Charles on Social Security.
No time for crime.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you're up for too?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, we compete again.
Well, I know the playwright.
Well, I've worked with the director before. I think he had a little crush on me.
Well, they all do.
Mhm.
But if it was only a little crush, I suppose I have a chance. You know, it's been years since we've both been up for the same part.
Scared?
Yeah.
We'll always be best friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when we were up against, hold on. Sorry, the script disappeared.
Will do. But if it was only a little crush, I suppose I have a chance. You know, it's been years since we've been up for the same part.
Scared?
Mm.
We'll always be best friends, Lizzie. It's just like when we were up against Jane Cowell for Old Acquaintance, remember?
Yeah, and that time we both lost. This time one of us will win and the other one will celebrate her victory.
As long as it's not dark victory.
Well, it will be a bright day if it's one of us. We should coax Violet into auditioning too.
Yeah, strengthen the odds.
Mhm.
Oh, coax away. I am firm about retiring. I'm happy gardening in Connecticut.
Well, I really haven't been happy since Stan died.
I don't need a man to make me happy.
Well, it helps.
Well, for me, companionship means the difference between eating at the Four Seasons or the Terminal Diner.
Well, I don't believe money can make one happy.
It helps.
Were you ever really happy?
Well, I can't say that I'm unhappy. I mean, if by really happy, you mean moments of ecstasy, well, I can only think of opening nights at the theater and first nights with lovers.
You equate happiness with applause.
Applause and reverence.
I hate to break your witty chain of thought, but there's something on my mind.
Are you all right? You look a little pale.
Violet, you said your diabetes was under control. So, I mean, a shot of scotch may just add a little color to your cheeks.
No. I can't drink alcohol. Besides the diabetes, remember all those years I spent in AA?
When in AA?
Allegra, you never listen. I'm not talking about the past. I'm concerned with the future. I'm finding these August rituals too tiring. It's not that I don't love the two of you, but it's just this trip, this long trip. And
You can't mean that. I mean, you can't. This is all I look forward to.
Now, Violet may be right. It is a long trip, and we're not working as much, and it costs a lot of money. Oh, don't get, Lizzie, do not get hysterical. You have always been prone to hysteria. You know, you would make the perfect Lucia if you had a voice.
I just can't bear the prospect of this ending. Oh, I hope it's not the money. I mean, I could contribute to your expenses. I have a little bit of savings.
Oh, it's not the money, dear. We all have a little savings.
I have nothing.
I can't bear this discussion. Where would I go next August? I mean, My family's gone. You're the only friends I have left. I would die. I would die.
Oh, more hysterics. You will die anyway.
Oh, Allegra, that's cruel. You don't mean that.
Oh, she means it.
Oh.
She likes to torment me. She'd like to dance on my grave if I don't dance on hers first.
Oh, well, all right, let's step back and see where our anxiety is coming from.
Yeah, let's get Violet a t-shirt that says, Method Actress.
Instead of attacking each other, let's remember Lillian. We're upset because she passed on.
We're missing Lillian's mirror, her reflection on our lives.
And her ashes.
Allegra, must you bring that up now? I can't bear to think of Lillian's remains.
We must think of it and get ready to face the charred remains of our dear friend.
Off, Allegra.
Remember, her sister is sending a container filled with her ashes here. It was Lillian's wish that we dispose of them while on our holiday.
Death takes a holiday. How ironical.
How morbid. Stop it, stop it.
We have to face it. It's part of the mourning process.
Well, I'm going to faint.
I don't believe in cremation. Lillian's family should have had a viewing and proper funeral mass, interment, memorial service, and tombstone.
Well, I believe in shrines.
I feel deprived that I will not be able to visit her grave.
The same way. I always visit the graves of my family, my friends, on their birthdays and Easter.
Oh, that sounds like a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you retired.
I don't understand why Lillian didn't discuss this with us before she died.
Why don't you just send her a telegram? See if she cares.
Are you talking about Lillian or her sister?
I give up. I give up. If it will make you girls happy, when the ashes arrive, I will put them into 3 baggies and we can do with them what we wish.
Oh, that doesn't solve anything.
Maybe we can't solve this. Maybe it is already solved.
We have to accept Lillian's last request, whether we agree with it or not.
After all, it was her life.
We have to change the subject. I feel my blood sugar is rising and I don't want to faint.
Oh God, please don't faint. Please, relax, relax.
There's Lillian's chair. So should we talk to her or about her?
Remember how the 4 of us met?
Oh,
Of course. We met in New York City in the spring of 1941 at an audition for a USO show going to Hawaii.
The Glory Girls.
hope and glory. Oh, those were the days.
Well, now that we're all in a sentimental mood, this may be a good time to look at my photos from last summer.
Oh, later, Lizzie.
After dinner, dear.
Yeah, I'm just not in the mood to reflect on my wrinkles.
Well, I had the photos processed with matte finish, not glossy. Wrinkles are less pronounced in matte.
Oh, is that so? How clever, dear.
Lizzie, will you put those photos away till later? I mean, you're annoying us.
Us?
Let's go to the beach.
Well, with the sun's going down, it will be chilly, and I'm fighting a cold. Summer colds are the worst. They never leave you.
Oh, I know. I'm recovering from one too. We could get pneumonia.
Oh, come on, girls, lighten up. It's a warm, clear, beautiful afternoon. So let's think sunshine.
Has anyone thought about this evening? Do we want to eat here or go out?
The cook's special is seafood Newburgh.
Oh, forget Newburgh with my gallbladder. Oy.
What about the cholesterol? I vote for fresh broiled fish at the Lobster House.
And then what about the rest of the evening? Are we going to the theater?
Sam, honey, do you have the scoop on your local theaters?
Let's see. Dial M for Murder at the Bayside and The King and I at the Arena.
Oh, what about the Mercury?
Oof. They're having a lot of problems there. They're supposed to do Arsenic and Old Lace, but they had to postpone it.
Oh, I'm so sick of that relic of a play.
I played Martha so many times. I see her in my sleep.
Well, I mean, maybe you should run down there because I heard the reason they postponed the show was because the actress playing the part had a stroke.
Oh, poor thing. But strokes are not always fatal.
Well, didn't she have an understudy?
Honey, this isn't New York. I mean, how many equity actresses over 60 do you think live in this sleepy town?
Sam, where did you get your information?
Well, a guy named Joe, he was the producer. He was in here the other day. He was very upset. Put down 3 shots of scotch before he could speak.
It sounds pretty desperate to me. Well, the Straw Hat Circuit is far from Broadway, but I'm sure the show costs money. So, I mean, one of us could step in and help him out.
Maybe we should give him a call tomorrow.
Oh, call nothing. We will sashay down to the Mercury after breakfast and offer our services.
Oh, it could be my swan song.
I thought you already sang that song. I mean, you've been preaching retirement since you arrived here.
Well, you know, it would be a cinch for Violet.
The fairest thing for us to do is to approach him as a team and let him decide.
He may not want any of us.
Oh, how could he not want any of us? We are fantastic. Glory, girls.
The 3 Graces.
I'm Faith. Liz is Hope. That makes Allegra.
Charity. Fine. Okay, now that our roles are decided, let's go to the beach.
I need to go upstairs and change. I haven't even unpacked yet.
Fine. Let's go change.
Oh, please go without me, girls. I'd like to sit here for a few more minutes. And then I want to take a nap and take a shower before dinner, if you don't mind.
We mind, but we will excuse you this time because you look so pale. So get some rest or we'll send you out to audition for Dracula.
You know, I need a break. Would you mind some company?
Oh, please join me. Tell me about that book I hear you're writing.
We can talk about that some other time. I'd like to see your photos from the last summer.
Oh, sure. Oh, I'd like you to have this one. It's one with you and Lillian.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Well, let's get on with my last picture show.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 2. Setting, the beach. Minutes later, Allegra and Violet are walking along the beach, carrying their shoes. Allegra is wearing an elegant beach ensemble, while Violet is wrapped in her beach blanket, wearing a floppy hat and dark glasses.
Do you really think you're up to auditioning for Arsenic and Old Lace?
Afraid of the competition? Want me to drop out and strengthen your odds?
Oh, no. It's just that you were complaining about your health. And I thought maybe it would be just too much for you.
Oh, I'm doing fine. It was my decision to retire. I changed my mind. A holistic physician involved with the world is nature's best medicine.
I wonder what a real doctor would advise.
She is a real doctor. Her approach is sort of new age, and I like it. Look, Allegra, if you want to work on someone, work on Liz. I'm not backing out.
Well, you do have the advantage of playing the part so many times for so many years.
Like I said, I can do it in my sleep. I even look the part. You don't.
Well, you don't think I'm going to pay a visit to the theater looking like this. I mean, I'll find some frumpy clothes.
You don't own anything frumpy enough, and I'm not loaning you anything of mine.
But didn't I ask you?
No.
Just sashay downtown to the Goodwill store in Asbury Park first thing in the morning and find something that reminds me of you.
I doubt if you'll find anything there with fine lace collar. Martha always wore fine lace collars.
I'll make do. I'm a survivor. Is your agent still calling you with work?
Not much. My agent is not interested in actresses our age. The last few parts I got, I stumbled on myself.
Is your son bringing in a steady salary?
Oh, Jimmy's doing well. His teaching is steady and his concerts are a bonus. We have my Social Security. We get by.
I have one audition coming up in September. You know that tedious part Liz and I are up for, a geriatric Nancy Drew. And after that, who knows what? I mean, I cannot live on Social Security, and the maintenance on my co-op is going up again.
You've been spoiled by the good life. Maybe you should consider a roommate.
What do you do with a roommate when you want to have a man stay over?
Oh, forget it. You don't need that headache. Besides, what would you do if he had a heart attack and died in your bed?
At least he would die with a smile on his face. Do you remember the first time you fell in love?
Everyone does.
Oh, do you remember those magical feelings? The glow?
Oh, come on. Do you really think you're going to have any more love affairs?
Where there's life, there's love. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, Allegra, you've always been a free spirit, like Isadora Duncan. You prefer to cast your fate to the wind. I put my fate in the hands of the Lord.
Allegra trips over a body wrapped in a blanket.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
It's a corpse.
No, Violet, it's moving. Or he's alive.
Oh, thank God. I almost lost my teeth.
Ted scrambles out from under his blanket. The women pull back in apprehension. Allegra seems to have injured her ankle.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Is there still some sun?
Oh, I hope I didn't damage any part of you when I tripped.
Well, all the important parts feel in order.
Oh, I can see that.
Don't touch him. We don't know where he's been.
Oh, I've been here too long. It's time for me to wake up and get moving.
Oh, are you living on the beach?
I'm living. I'm on the beach.
What do you mean you live here?
Oh, do you?
Oh.
He's obviously just here for a nap.
Well, obviously. How's your ankle?
Well, it's a little sore. It's all my fault. I wasn't watching my way. Well, meeting you has distracted me from my pain.
Well, please, let me take a look at your ankle. You know, I have never seen a woman with such elegantly shaped legs.
Well, your legs look so muscular. I bet you're an athlete. Oh, so what did you play?
Well, tennis and golf keep me in shape for more challenging indoor sports, if you get my drift.
Oh, you can drift in my direction. I love playing indoors.
Allegra, dear, I think we should head back to the hotel.
Oh,
Champagne. Oh, sorry.
Would you ladies care for some champagne?
Oh, I adore champagne.
I'm sorry, it's only Corbel.
Oh, alcoholic beverages aren't allowed on the beach. There are signs all over. People don't read signs anymore.
Well, I won't tell if you won't tell. Look, I even have some paper cups.
Oh, how charming. Are you always prepared?
I'm always prepared.
Oh.
Sit, Violet. We can trust him. He's a Boy Scout.
I'm glad I didn't let you go out alone.
I'm not. I wouldn't mind some privacy now.
I'm not leaving.
I'm sorry I have no snacks. I usually carry something non-perishable.
Like a jar of caviar?
How'd you guess? Psychic?
Oh, I can read some people's minds, and I foresee some great times in our future.
Well, next outing, I promise Petrosian caviar.
Oh, I love this man, and he knows where to shop.
We should leave the beach before the drugstore closes so we can buy a nice bandage for your ankle.
This is the best medicine for my poor foot.
Don't blame me if you can't walk tomorrow. If your ankle becomes deformed.
Oh.
Or please, let me take a look.
Really, sir? I think that's much too an intimate gesture. We don't even know your name.
Oh, I'm Ted Eastman, and I'm a physician.
Oh, a doctor. I'm impressed. My name is Allegra Wild. I was a Rockette.
Oh, I'm not surprised. You blew me away. With legs like that, I knew you were a dancer.
Oh, Dr. Eastman is certainly qualified to examine my poor little wounded leg with his strong, gifted hands.
He can examine your ankle, but not the whole leg. Besides, how do we know he's a doctor? He doesn't look like a doctor.
Well, I'm retired.
And so am I, but I'm properly dressed. Do you have a card? This says Eastman Imports.
Yes, but he has an MD next to his name.
Eastman Import is my family's business, and it's my hobby since I retired.
I believe him.
You'd believe Judas if you had a good tan.
Well, do I need a cast?
Are you doing a show?
Oh, did your psychic ability tell you we are actresses?
Well, you don't have to be psychic to read your talents. I think your ankle is fine, but I'd like to double check at dinner tonight.
I'd love to, but I'm busy tonight. So how about tomorrow?
Oh, it's a date. Where do I call for you?
The house by the sea on Ocean Avenue.
Call for her at the front desk and wait for her in the lobby.
Oh, please, let me walk you ladies back to the hotel.
Well, I could use a little help, even though I know my ankle is fine. It is a bit sore.
Well, if you have any discomfort later on tonight, please don't hesitate to call me.
Oh, Violet, aren't we fortunate to have found such a handsome, capable gentleman to concern himself with us?
Us?
You know, ladies, I love the theater. I go regularly. You know, I may have seen you on stage.
I'm sure you have. I mean, currently I'm between engagements, but I hope to be back on Broadway this fall in a wonderfully glamorous part. The role suggests a Myrna Loy, Greta Garbo type sleuth.
No time for crime!
Honey, you are psychic. How did you ever?
My brother Tommy's a backer. He says it's gonna be a big hit.
Has he backed other shows?
Well, a few. He put money into, let's see, a Hello Dolly, Equus, Hair, name a few. And he also heads Eastman Imports.
Oh, I am so impressed. Aren't you, Violet?
Hair is obscene. I turned down comps for that show. It shows that was paved to the road of immorality.
I'm afraid that's a very well-paved road these days.
I'm looking forward to Mercury Theater's production of Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yeah, I can understand why you prefer that.
Hold on, and I lost it. Hold on. Okay, if we could stop it. You're psychic. How did you ever?
Well, my brother Tom, he's a backer, says it's gonna be a big hit.
Has he backed any other shows?
Well, a few. He put money into Hello Dolly, Equus, Hair, name a few. And he also heads Eastman Imports.
Oh, I am so impressed. Aren't you, Violet?
Hair's obscene. I turned down comps for that show. It's shows like that paved the road to immorality.
Well, I'm afraid that's a well-paved road these days.
I'm looking forward to the Mercury Theater's production of Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd prefer that.
Well, I try to keep an open mind.
You know, I could see Allegra in Hello, Dolly.
Really? Oh, I would love to play Dolly. Any chance for a revival?
There are rumors in the air.
Do you think I could meet your brother Tom sometime? I mean, informally, of course.
Oh, of course. I'm sure he would love to meet you. Like me, he enjoys the theater and the company of beautiful, intelligent women.
Oh, Teddy, honey, something tells me we are going to become great, great friends.
Together, we can light up the sky.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 3. The front porch of the House by the Sea Hotel. The next evening, Liz is seated in a rocker doing needlework, and Ted is listening from the adjoining hotel parlor.
I dreamed a dream one day, and now that dream is here beside me. Damn, my eyes! It's so hard to hear anymore. Jeez.
I wish I had Aladdin's lamp.
To turn back time?
No, to turn your head around so that I could see you.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, then let's continue singing. Chills run up and down my spine. Aladdin's lamp is mine. The dream I dreamed was not denied me. Just one look, and then I knew all I long ago was you.
Don't tell me you're a song and dance man.
Well, I'll tell you anything to get you to smile.
You know, you're a charmer. You must be here for Allegra.
I'm supposed to pick her up at 8. I'm early. I'm nervous.
Anxious?
I do feel some anxiety, but it's because of you.
I make you nervous?
Oh, well, pardon me. I meant that in a positive, exciting way. I'm delighted to meet you, Liz. My name is Ted. Ted Eastman.
Liz lets Ted kiss her hand.
So you're the doctor that Allegra fell for on the beach.
Well, I'm at a disadvantage. You know about me, and I only know that you have a lovely voice. I would love to learn more.
Okay, what would you like to know?
Are you single?
Oh, my Lord. I haven't been asked that in years.
Well, are you married? I notice you're wearing a ring.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, no. I'm a widow. I couldn't never take the ring off. Ours was a perfect marriage.
Being a widower, I understand.
Stan and I were in love from the moment we met. He was a director. That's how we met. We were working on Showboat.
I'll bet you play Magnolia.
I admire a man who knows theater.
And I know Showboat.
Did you also have a perfect marriage?
Gladys and I loved each other very much. I promised her that when I retired, we would see the world.
And?
A month before we were to leave for Rome, she had trouble breathing. Her doctor found a mass in her chest. She had advanced lung cancer.
Oh my God, how terrible.
Yeah, it came as a total shock. She never smoked, and nor did I. It was a medical mystery.
I am so sorry. I'm sorry that she had to suffer and that you're still in pain. Well, how long ago did it happen?
3 years and 6 months ago. Before she died, she insisted that I take the trip we planned with my nephew.
Well, at least you weren't alone.
I cried a lot.
Crying can blur your vision.
I hardly saw a thing. The trip made me realize how flat the world is when seen only through one pair of eyes.
Oh, Feels chilly out here.
Lizzie, why don't you join Violet for some hot tea or brandy in the bar?
Yes, I'd like something warm.
Good night, ladies. I look forward to seeing you again.
He winks at Liz as they exit. Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1, Hotel Bar. Minutes later, Violet is drinking tea and Liz is drinking a Jack Rose at a corner table. Sam uses matches to light the candle lamps at all the bar tables.
I wish I knew where we could get a copy of Arsenic and Old Lace.
The library's closed by now.
I have a copy in a play collection upstairs. You ladies can share it.
Well, share? How about if you and I share the play and don't tell Allegra?
You know I can never lie, dear.
Well, I'm not asking you to lie. I'm merely suggesting that we don't volunteer any information.
All right, dear, if it will make you happy. But a lie of omission is still a lie.
Oh, Allegra's out anyway. She won't be able to read the script with us.
I don't need a script. I've done the part, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be glad to read with you.
Well, I'm at a disadvantage. The last time I read that play was more than 30 years ago, when I auditioned for the part of the ingenue, Elaine.
Oh, yes. And Helen Brooks got the part. I remember how disappointed you were.
Devastated. It could have been my turning point in my career.
No sense crying over missed opportunities. We've all had our share.
What was yours?
Oh, I have no regrets. My energy is low and I don't have the stamina for another show. I know it's best if I do retire.
Well, with few opportunities, I feel like I'm on forced retirement. I'm anxious to see that script, though.
All right, I'll go get the script, but I don't feel good about not telling Allegra.
Well, I guess you couldn't use a little extra cash.
Liz, really? Bribery's a crime.
Okay, look, I'll go get the book. But I do not want to get in the middle of a squabble with you ladies or look like I'm showing favorites. If Allegra asks me where you got the play, I will tell her.
Ah, that's a good boy, darling. You must always tell the truth.
I won't volunteer information. I don't want any grief. I don't want anyone mad at me.
Grateful, dear. You now have an edge on Allegra.
Providing the director even asked us to read.
We're presuming a lot. However, my intuition tells me he'd be thrilled to have any one of us.
Thrilled or overwhelmed? The three of us may be too much for him.
Oh, let's leave it in God's hands. I'm feeling a little tired. I think I'll go take a little nap before dinner and our play reading.
You know, Violet, you haven't even looked at the photos from last summer yet.
Oh, later, dear. I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded. Let me rest a bit.
But you have to look at this photo of Allegra. I mean, she has less wrinkles than last year. I'm convinced she had her face lifted, but she'd never admit it.
We're not getting any younger. I feel like I have one foot in the grave and the other on a trap door.
I'll see you later, love. Get a good rest.
Sam enters with a book, passing Violet as she exits upstairs. Sam hands Liz the book and she goes behind the bar.
You know, I wonder if they'll notice that I haven't taken any photos so far this year. Last year we were so gay and carefree, and Lillian looked lovely in her royal blue silk dress. She had such classic style. I wonder what her sister did with that dress.
Liz, would you like another Jack Rose?
You know, we're not getting any younger.
She holds photos up to a candle lamp and burns them.
What are you doing? Do you want to burn the place down?
No, I'm sorry. You know, they couldn't even take the time.
How could you burn your precious pictures?
Well, no one has enough time.
Well, I hope you saved the negatives.
Well, yes, they're back in New York. The new pictures will have to wait till we meet again.
Why? Liz, I don't understand. Do you plan on saving those ashes?
Ashes to ashes, dirt to dirt, dust to dust. Who are we anyway? Here, Sam, just throw these with the rest of the trash.
I'm sure Violet and Allegra really wanted to see your photos. They were just waiting for the right time.
Who has the right time?
Your photos are important documents. You ladies are legends here.
And legends fade like old photographs. If we're lucky, we glow for a moment, and the next moment, we're stardust.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 2, Hotel Bar. The next day, Violet, Allegra, and Liz are seated at a table and appear quarrelsome. Sam is behind the bar.
Well, mine are shapely and firm from years of ballet.
Ballet or burlesque?
Oh,
Well, at least I danced. All you did was tap your heels at Radio City.
Our classic routines glorify the old American girl.
And now you glorify the American Gothic.
oh, girls, stop this banter. I'll acknowledge mine were the shortest and dumpiest.
Would you ladies like another round?
Oh, these gals could go at least another round.
Sam, honey, I want you to sashay over here and tell us who has the best legs.
I never think about those things.
Sam, darling, hurry over here before your daddy comes home.
That's a good idea. Maybe my father should decide. He's more experienced in these matters.
Oh, I hope we're not corrupting the poor boy.
Women stand in a chorus fashion and lift their skirts slightly. Sam is embarrassed but tries to cooperate.
Well, it's about time this boy became acquainted with the facts of life.
Knowledge is power, darling.
Uh-huh.
Look, I know. How about I decide tomorrow at the beach when you're all wearing bathing suits?
The ladies pull their skirts up a little higher.
You know, Sam, men really prefer skirts to swimsuits. It has to do with mystery.
Look, what can I say? They all appear smooth, strong, angular.
Save the fish metaphors for your novel, honey.
Sam, feel this calf.
Oh my gosh. All right. Look, yeah, good muscle tone. I can tell you studied dance.
Well, aren't mine lissom and willowy? I mean, the classier showgirls have thighs and calves like mine.
Oh my God, Allegra, back off.
Oh, don't frighten the poor boy. Nervous anxiety could hinder his concentration.
Please don't make me do this. Oh God, how can I decide?
The girls study him sternly.
Could I close my eyes, spin around a few times, and see where I land and tag one?
It sounds like pin the tail on the donkey.
Would rather play post office.
Oh, I like Sam's idea. It sounds kind of spiritual. Let's spin him around and see how he lands.
Delivery!
It's the UPS truck. I'll have to run and sign for something.
Choose.
I have to.
Cheers, darling.
Delivery!
Choose.
Come on, cheers.
Okay, fine. I choose Liz's legs.
He escapes to the lobby. They return to the table.
It feels good to know that I'm the sexiest one here.
Well, maybe we should have given Sam more time.
We gave him too much time. Sam's a thinker, an intellectual like Lizzie. He was judging from his mind rather than his masculinity. He wouldn't recognize a good body if he tripped over one.
Sam enters with a box.
Ladies, this came for you.
They freeze. He sets the package in the middle of the table.
Oh God, I have to sit down.
Back to reality.
Mortality. Don't unpack that box. If I see that container, I'm going to die.
Yeah, then we can have a double ceremony. I mean, do you want to be cremated or thrown in a box?
If you want to know, I plan on resting in the family vault.
I'm having a traditional Catholic funeral.
Well, my lawyer has instructions to just dump my body in the East River and have a big party with whatever money I have left. So if I'm the next one to go, you ladies will be treated to the party of your lives.
You're not allowed to dump bodies in public rivers. It's against the law.
Fine, they can arrest me on Judgment Day. For now, what do we do with this box?
Should we open it?
Well, Lillian's instructions specified that we have to dispose of her remains off the fishing pier into the ocean.
And follow a script she wrote for us. So let's do it Sunset Friday.
You know, this plan is illegal. What if we get caught tossing those ashes?
Oh, stop. Do you really think some cop is going to take us to jail for tossing ashes in the sea?
You know, if the press covers it and we make a lot of noise, one of us will definitely get the part in Arsenic and Old Lace.
What do we have to lose at our age?
Saturday would have been Lillian's 75th birthday.
We always celebrated her birthday down here.
Then Saturday it is. And it's a great day to think about Lillian and celebrate her life.
Well, where should we keep the ashes until Saturday?
Would you like me to keep them in the safe or behind the bar?
Oh, no, behind the bar.
Oh, I don't know. They could fall, be mistaken for something else, or...
You know, I think Lillian would like resting behind the bar. We shared so many fun evenings in this room.
Oh.
You know, you ladies didn't tell me how you made out with Joe, that director you saw this morning.
Well, he wasn't interested in making out, which is a pity because he is truly adorable. Big blue bedroom eyes.
Much too young for your consideration.
He's a baby. I always loved babies.
Then why didn't you have one?
Why didn't you?
Well, you know how much I always wanted one, but Stan had his problem, and you know.
Oh, all right, let's go back to our interview. Sam's not interested in babies.
Well, we have to at least find him a girlfriend first.
Well, will Arsenic and Old Lace open or not?
Joe said the actress who played Martha is in very poor shape and will not be well in time. He's postponing the opening a couple of weeks and hopes to hold auditions on Saturday.
He said any one of us could do it, but being he put an ad in Backstage, he wanted to be fair. So we'll audition with others on Saturday and may the best one win.
You know, Allegra, I was surprised how familiar you were with that role. I thought you said you'd never read for it before.
I didn't. So last night I had Teddy drive me to Barnes & Noble's where I bought a copy of the script and read it before I went to bed.
Very clever, dear. However, I noticed you didn't dress down.
Well, Teddy suggested that looking glamorous would make me more memorable than looking like all the other frumps who would be after the part. So I noticed you loaned Liz one of your dresses.
Well, Violet felt that I should not wear black.
I suppose that's an improvement.
And Allegra became downright obsequious when Joe told us he was paying scale.
No secret that my income doesn't measure up to my lifestyle. Besides, I got really turned on when he said he was going to try to take the show to New York.
I don't act for the money.
You never had to.
I'm not adverse to making a little extra money. I don't like being so dependent on Jimmy.
Well, you could still do commercials or voiceovers.
Oh, when I look back on my life, all I see is a parade of costume changes. From now on, my wardrobe will be simple.
No more romantic leads.
Well, I think a woman's romantic scenes are more touching after menopause.
Oh, I, for one, don't miss those tedious love scenes where you're glued to a sweaty man with bad breath for hours.
And then he tells you that you ruined the love scenes because you're frigid and wear the wrong perfume.
And then 2 months later, he's serving you a steak at Sardi's.
What we do for love.
For love and money.
Speaking of love, Allegra, did you tell Sam about the man you fell for, or rather fell over, on the beach?
The alleged Dr. Ted Eastman.
Oh, Teddy.
What does Violet mean by alleged, Doctor?
Violet means that she's suspicious. He makes me uncomfortable. For one thing, I don't like the way he looks at Allegra.
Well, he suffers from myopia.
If he's a doctor and he suffers from myopia, you'd think he'd have enough money to buy proper glasses. I asked Jimmy to make some calls and check him out. I think your Teddy is just another stage door Johnny.
You know, I don't believe this. I mean, do you realize how embarrassed I'd be if Teddy finds out that we doubted him?
Especially if his brother is a backer for No Time for Crime.
Point well taken, Lizzie. I mean, we should all know the value of having a friend whose brother is a producer.
We do.
Oh, we'll know his value soon. His brother is probably a big butter and eggs man. Jimmy's checking him out as well.
Well, you know, you can't be too careful these days.
You know, instead of getting senile, the two of you are getting paranoid in your old age. I would trust Teddy with my life.
You'd trust Jack the Ripper if he had an American Express card.
The two of you are just jealous because he's a debonair and sexy gentleman who likes me.
I didn't know if I told you, but we did a little duet out on the porch. He has a nice voice.
We all know there's no room in Liz's heart for anyone but her beloved Stanley.
What about Harry?
What about Harry?
You were wild about Harry.
And he was wild about you. You stole him away from me and broke my heart.
You know, you have never forgiven me for that. It was not my fault.
He's ancient history before Stanley, over 30 years ago.
Lizzie went into apoplexy over Harry. I mean, he was dating the two of us. He chose me. I mean, it happens all the time.
You teased poor Harry, held him at your beck and call, and then cheated on him. The more you tortured Harry, the more he loved you.
Harry was a jerk.
I thought he was a lawyer.
He was brilliant. He ran for the Senate.
He didn't run fast enough. He lost twice, I believe.
Where's poor Harry now?
Oh, Harry's been dead for years.
Oh, maybe it's time we let this issue rest in peace.
Tell her, my act was a blessing in disguise. She didn't realize that my dating Harry freed her to meet her precious Stanley.
People never see you for who you are. They are enchanted by the actress, not the woman.
The actress is the woman.
Let's bury Harry's memory.
Personal histories are a comedy of errors.
The scenes ferment with age, but the bitter seeds remain.
Do you trust your memory, Allegra?
Impeccably. I mean, I always said I'd know that I'm old when I can no longer recall the order of my lovers.
Oh. All right, smarty. Number and name them.
Oh, Liz, that's very personal information.
Well, for some people, but our Allegra prides herself on being a celebrity, a public person.
Well, I could write them down for you.
All right. Sam, you have a pen and paper, a large pad, the size of, say, a phone book?
All I have is a steno and a ballpoint pen.
Just rip off a few sheets. I mean, I'll put them in my bag and work on my list at my leisure.
Okay, here. I have to check something upstairs, though.
Oh, Allegra, I don't think this is appropriate behavior. Some things should remain unsaid, unwritten, not...
Or unread? Maybe Violet's right.
Nonsense. I like tests. Besides, writing their names will recapture lost memories.
you have any idea of how many dead guys will be on your list?
Darling, it's for me to know and you to find out once the list is revealed.
She puts her list in her purse and smiles at the anticipation. Blackout. Act 2, Scene 3. A split focus. The scenes move between the porch and the hotel bar. Early the next evening, Allegra and Ted are seated on rocking chairs holding hands. A bottle of champagne and a dish of strawberries are on a table near them. Violet, Liz, and Sam are at a table near the bar having drinks. They seem distracted, as if straining to hear and see what is happening on the porch.
I really enjoyed the show last night.
So happy you could join us, my dear.
I would have been happier if they performed inside, not under a mildew tent.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of the lines sort of faded into the night air.
That was bad acting, honey. Actors aren't taught how to project anymore. Everything is internal, an outgrowth of the moan and groan theater of the 60s. They no longer consider an audience. Everything is here and not here.
That show infected my entire body with mosquito bites. The stage light attracted those nasty creatures, and the junk food gave them the strength to breed and to steal the show.
They should spray.
Oh, no, they shouldn't. Insecticides are toxic. The chemicals can damage your lungs, cause cancer, irritate your eyes.
What about the ozone layer?
Oh, do we still have an ozone layer?
All right. Sorry I mentioned it. Next time I'll just scratch quietly and think of Little Shop of Horrors.
Here's to seeing you glow in many shows after Arsenic and Old Lace.
And here's to you being near enough to heal all my wounds.
You know, I'm amazed at how well you're managing in high heels this evening.
Well, I'm a good hand.
You're a hardy lady.
Hardy as a rose in your garden.
Oh, not just any garden. You're like a tea rose or a grand flora. I'll name one after you. A blend of elegant yellow and pink.
Oh, I hope I'll get to see it. Roses are my favorite flower. I am so happy. Oh, I'm so happy.
I'll send you a dozen Allegra roses a week. If I can close my eyes, I can smell my roses.
Well, they made it to kissing. They can't really go much further than that on the porch.
Oh, no, I don't believe it. Sam, honey, let me have the newspaper over there. I need to fan myself.
Should I turn on the air conditioner?
No. I feel a chill. Allegra must be rehearsing for Lolita.
Well, it's certainly not the nun story. How indiscreet. There's a time and place for everything. Must Sam think?
Sam thinks people should do what makes them happy.
What would your father say if he saw you and a girl on the front porch?
He's never said anything.
Oh, so our Sam has a girlfriend. I knew it.
I've noticed you spend a lot of time at Caroline's boutique. Caroline is such a sweet little girl.
She's no little girl. She's at least 21.
Caroline is 23, and we're good friends.
Ooh, it's best to start as friends and then gradually build up a relationship. Romance should be a learned blessing, not a false illusion and impulse.
Whoa, they stopped kissing.
Maybe they'll join us soon.
No. He's pouring them some more champagne.
Oh. Ambrosia, I didn't expect to dine with a god tonight.
Is my Venus pleased?
Oh, let's fly to the moon.
Well, I'm not a pilot, but I'm a great sailor. I'd love to take you out of my boat sometime.
Imagine owning your own boat. Is it a big one?
It's a replica of an 1860 schooner. It's 60 feet long. I call it Cotton Blossom.
Oh, like Showboat. Oh, my favorite musical. Oh, how cute.
Well, we'll have to waltz around my deck sometime.
People will say we're in love.
Oklahoma.
Oh, a man who knows his theater. I am impressed.
Well, it didn't matter till there was you.
Oh, my music man.
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the catch stuck? Let me help you.
Maybe I can help.
I can't, damn it.
Damn what? You're not all right.
Is it your diabetes?
Angina, I have pills somewhere in this old bag.
Tell us about your condition. I'll get Ted. He's a doctor.
Supposedly. Oh no, don't disturb them. Oh, okay.
Oh, your prescription says take 2 pills 3 times a day. Have you taken any today?
Oh, why didn't you take your medicine?
Or sometimes I forget. Who cares?
I care. We all care. I'm getting Ted.
Oh,
Hurry, I'll hold her.
oh, no.
Ted, come quickly. Violet is having an attack.
Well, of course. What is it?
I hope this isn't some ploy to sabotage my evening.
I would never.
They trail Ted to the bar. Ted checks Violet's pulse and studies the prescription on the pill bottle. He opens the pills and gives them to her with water.
Why didn't you tell us about this problem?
Don't yell at me.
Allegra, be kind.
I'm sorry, darling. Warmth is not my specialty. I will never play Mother Teresa.
Should I call the hospital's rescue squad?
No, that's not necessary. She's coming around.
Thank you. I'm feeling better.
She should go to her room and rest. Sam, could you fix her a snack? Maybe some fruit, cheese, crackers, and a cup of tea.
Sure, no problem.
I'll take her.
No, I will take her.
Oh, please don't fight. I can take myself upstairs. I don't need anyone.
We all need someone. I probably need you more now than you need me. I'm going to stay with you until I know you're all right.
All right. I'll take my drink on the porch and unwind.
I'll help you make Violet comfortable upstairs.
Allegra and Ted exit. Liz goes to the porch and sips her drink in a melancholy mood. She softly hums and sings. Ted re-enters to the bar and listens to her by the porch window.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. Will I be seeing next year? I feel Lillian's spirit all around me, and now.
May I join you for a moment?
Well, of course. Pardon my tears.
I understand. You've had a terrible scare this evening.
That's all right. How's Violet?
Well, Violet's going to be fine. How are you?
Just a touch of heartburn, but that'll pass.
Well, if there's anything I can do.
Oh, you tend to Violet. You sure she's going to be all right?
Well, the nitroglycerin helped. She'll feel better in the morning. She really needs us to take her medicine as prescribed.
You know, I don't understand why she didn't tell us about her condition.
She probably didn't want to burden you. What can you do? She may need an operation this fall.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't worry. She has a very good chance. She is a strong woman. You're all strong women.
Lillian was a strong woman. She's gone. Allegra's probably the strongest of those of us left.
Allegra's a fine lady. Enchanting.
Oh, so she's been told many, many times.
Liz, You are a very beautiful woman.
Please, don't patronize me.
No, I mean it. You're lovely. But why the black dress? Are you in mourning?
No, I always wear black. It's one less decision I have to make.
Decisions are roadblocks in our pursuit of happiness.
Allegra re-enters, unnoticed at the doorway, barefoot, holding her shoes.
Life is too short.
Because life is too short, let's try to jazz it up a bit. I'd like to see you dressed in a bright, sparkling pink.
I cannot see myself in shocking pink. How about flamingo red?
Lovely. Go for it.
You really think so?
I know so. Just the mention of it brings a sparkle to your eyes.
Allegra caresses her sore ankle as she studies them with a cat's stare.
You know, Allegra would die if she knew you thought I could be attractive.
You are beautiful.
I'd settle for comely.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright.
Are you really Lord Byron in disguise?
Ted kisses Liz's hand. Allegra drops her shoes and startles them. She appears from the shadows and greets them coquettishly.
Anyone for a nightcap?
Blackout. There will be a 5-minute intermission. Act 3, Scene 1. A seaside restaurant in Ocean Grove that is large enough to have a dance floor. Early evening, Allegra and Ted are seated at a table with an ocean view. They have the restaurant almost entirely to themselves.
Teddy, are you a betting man?
I'll bet you get the part you want in Arsenic and Old Lace, even though I think you're too young for it.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the girls.
Why would you want to play an eccentric old lady?
Well, good actresses can play any age. If I get that part, I'll just put off my facelift a little longer.
I don't understand why a woman as beautiful as you would even consider plastic
Well, it's
surgery.
a tough market out there, honey. I mean, I have to maximize my options. 20 years ago, I had to fight the wolves off for the club. Now I have to dress up as Little Red Riding Hood and Spike the Wolf's old brand.
I can't believe you're unhappy.
Well, believe it. I'm unhappy because I never met a gentleman like you to take care of me.
Oh, come now, Allegra. I'm nothing special.
Oh, I wish I met you 20 years ago.
I was married then.
Well, 30 years ago.
Married.
You weren't born married.
I was born to be married.
Do you remember the first time you fell in love?
Yes, like it was yesterday. Gladys, though gone, still owns a piece of my heart.
You were so lucky to have married the love of your life.
I was lucky.
I want to love again.
All of those who have lost long for love again. It's part of the human condition. I hope we both find what we need.
Do you think you could need me?
I appreciate the simple life. I can't imagine you crawling around my garden.
I wouldn't crawl. I would wear garden gloves and a sun hat.
You would look elegant, my dear. You are a woman of such taste.
Much taste indeed. I bet you reeled the girls in with that line.
Oh, I hardly fish or date. Tonight, dear, I only have eyes for you.
Oh, I feel a song coming on.
I want to dance with you, hold you tightly in my
Oh,
arms.
Teddy, it's too early. The band won't be here for hours.
Well, we don't need a band. Let's relive the songs of yesterday.
Oh. Remember the gay divorcee? Oh, so I feel like Ginger Rogers, and you're my Fred Astaire. Oh, I see myself wearing this long, sexy black satin gown, split up the side so I can move with ease, and you're wearing tape.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow, just thinking of you and the way you look tonight.
Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the
They
way
hum some
you
more of the song as they dance.
tonight.
They dance out to the terrace. The scene ends with their embrace. Blackout. Act 3, Scene 3. A fishing pier. Sunset approaches as Allegra, Liz, and Violet are on a windy pier that stretches out from the boardwalk over the ocean. Allegra is holding a container with Lillian's ashes. Violet is holding a bouquet of lilies. Liz is holding a large envelope with a speech she will read shortly.
Need I remind you we could go to jail for this?
You need not. There's not a cop in sight, and if one should appear, he wouldn't believe this.
Well, we're good actresses, so we could convince him that we're doing something else.
Yeah, like casting fate to the wind.
Oh, I wish Lillian's sisters would have said a dedication earlier so you could have memorized it.
Well, this makes it more like an audition.
Do you think she can hear us?
Oh, come on, let's get on with it. If we wait until the sun sets, Lizzie won't be able to read.
Oh my God!
What? I mean, don't scare me. I don't want to lose these ashes.
Oh, what does she say?
She doesn't say anything. It's an extract from a poem.
Oh, I hope it's not vulgar.
It's from the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam.
Well, at least it's not the Murphy at the bat.
You mean Casey at the bat?
Oh, don't mention bats. It's getting dark. Who knows what flies around here after the dark?
Can we just get started, please?
I mean, would you rather I read it?
Lillian wants Liz to read it and me to throw the lilies into the water, followed by you tossing her ashes in the flower's wake.
Fine. Places? Okay, then I'll begin. I sent my soul through the invisible, some letter of that afterlife to spell. And by my soul returned to me and answered, I myself am heaven and hell.
Is that all there is?
I'm next.
Violet tosses the lilies gently into the surf.
My turn.
Allegra opens the canister and tosses the ashes. A gust of wind blows the ashes back onto them.
Whoa.
With her ashes.
That's what you get for wearing black.
I sort of like having Lillian's ashes on me. It's sort of spiritual, like a divine blessing.
Or intervention.
Oh, look behind us.
What?
Those lights.
Street lights?
Fog lights.
It's eerie, gloomy.
Lillian would love it. Oh.
It's like from the set of The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Or Dracula.
Or Star Wars. Oh.
Or a deserted beach on the brink of a storm.
Oh, we better head back before it rains.
A gust of wind almost knocks them over.
Ah! Be careful, girls. We're near the edge.
Why do we keep hurting each other? We should love each other after all these years.
We do love each other. We just hate getting old.
Nonsense. Everyone gets old.
And battles with gravity. And now our bodies keep letting us down till there's no getting up.
And we're losing time, energy, and teeth.
Last year, Lillian and I went to church together. Now I go alone. Maybe next year my pew will be empty.
Please, let's not quarrel anymore. Let's cherish the moments that we have left. Let's promise to meet again next year.
I promise.
I promise.
God willing.
God willing.
God willing. Oh, let's try to cherish each other.
Number our days.
Oh.
They hug each other. Then they each step back, looking to the sky for answers.
Oh, this poem was much too short. I mean, I didn't really put much feeling into it. Can I read it again?
Sure, why not? Lillian's encore.
I sent my soul through the invincible.
A gust of wind blows the poem right out of her hands.
The word
try to
was
retrieve it.
invisible, Lizzie, not invincible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Liz, darling.
The poem flies away from them in the wind.
It's beyond our reach.
It looks like a seagull.
We have our answer.
Blackout. Act 3, Scene 4, the porch of the hotel. Violet is seated in a rocking chair, humming. Sam enters with a Coke for himself and a lemonade for Violet. He sits next to her.
I got the part.
How wonderful.
Hush, hush, it's our secret.
Well, it can't be our secret for long.
Oh dear, I have to refuse. I'm just not that strong physically.
Then why did you try out?
Pride.
And you love acting.
Theater's magical. Magic is temporal. All spells need end.
Ted spoke of some surgery you plan on having.
Oh, bypass. No reason to upset the girls.
Well, I'm glad you have Jimmy to look after you.
I wish he didn't have to be so responsible for me. Sometimes I feel like I'm holding him back. I'm keeping him from getting married and starting his own family.
Well, why can't he have both?
I pray he'll be happy. I also pray you'll be happy. Publish your book, fall in love.
Thank you. Now, what are you going to do about your part?
I am going to savor the victory for one more day. Today I will enjoy my gift. Tomorrow I will call that director and recommend Allegra for the part.
Well, why Allegra?
Well, first, she's wonderful, though Liz is quite fine. Secondly, Allegra needs the work and the money. Liz has income.
So, are you sure the director's going to take your advice?
I think he may see it as a toss-up between all of us. Don't say a word to either one of them about this. Promise?
My lips are sealed.
Well, would you like to share any of your secrets with me?
You mean Caroline?
Yes, Caroline. She's lovely. And the girls and I think she may be a suitable girlfriend for you.
Well, I mean, if the girls think so, then it must be true. Anyway, I do find her attractive, and I think she likes me.
Rumor has it she likes fishing.
No kidding. I know she's an avid reader. Maybe I should show her my novel.
Or maybe she should go fishing with you.
Great idea. Oh, what could be more romantic than a day out in the water? Why didn't I ever think about that?
You have to be taught.
Before I get caught. Another fishing metaphor.
Getting caught is part of the game. Try to be more romantic. Send her flowers. Read her poetry.
I knew you were a romantic. Was there one great love in your life?
I love Jimmy's father. He was killed in the war.
World War II?
Battle of the Bulge.
I read about that. It was a horrible bloodbath.
Yes, he died 2 months before Jimmy was born. Jimmy, of course, was named after his father.
So sad. Sad for you and sad for Jimmy. By the way, what was that tune you were humming before?
I'll Walk Alone. It's another wartime song. I sang it a lot when Jim was away. I thought he'd hear me. I never forgot him.
What are the words?
Well, I'll try to remember. Excuse my rough singing voice.
Sorry.
I'll walk alone because to tell you the truth, I feel lonely. I don't mind being lonely when my heart tells me you're lonely too. Oh, excuse me. My memory is distorting the melody. All right, the last part goes something like this. I'll always be near you, wherever you are, each night in every prayer. If you call me, I'll hear you, no matter how far. Just close your eyes, and I'll be there.
Blackout. Act 3, Scene 5, the hotel porch. The next day, Ted and Liz were seated together on the porch swing.
I want to sing you a love song.
Sing away.
Well, I can't think of the perfect song. My head is too clouded with images of us.
Well, our song will come, but it takes time.
Well, I'll practice a few songs, and I'll sing to you when we meet in New York next week.
Next Saturday night at La Tulipe. I can't wait. I hope you don't forget.
Oh, forget you. Never.
As they start to kiss, a commotion is heard in the bar.
What's going on?
Let's go together and see.
Okay.
Ted takes Liz's hand and leads her to the bar. Violet and Sam are at a table while Allegra is milking her grand entrance, lighting up the room.
Elderberry wine for everybody.
You got the part? Congratulations.
Oh, I know you're happy for me, honey.
Oh, you're going to be sensational.
Oh,
Spectacular.
I know.
You'll be competent, my dear. I couldn't have taken the role even if it were offered to me.
I know, dear.
Violet, you've played Martha hundreds of times, and I never have. Maybe I will someday.
Well, there are hundreds of roles you can play, dear.
There's still no time for crime.
Oh, Allegra, my brother can't wait to meet you. He's coming down for your opening night.
Yes, Tom. Could you please leave me his address so I can send him a personal announcement?
Well, I'll drop off all of his addresses and phone numbers and such when I stop by on my way home.
Oh, then you won't be joining us for theater tonight?
Well, unfortunately not. Business calls.
He kisses Liz and throws kisses to the other women as he exits.
Allegra, the closest thing I have to elderberry wine is blackberry brandy, unless you think it may be closer to port.
Oh, Sam, honey, why don't you try mixing port with blackberry brandy and we'll live dangerously.
Fine, I'll add some club soda and a slice of lemon, and we'll have invented a new concoction.
Oh, go for it. I'd love to experiment. And how about you, Liz?
I never liked living on the edge. I'll stay in the safe zone with my Jack Rose.
I'll stay safer with my diet ginger ale.
Okay, let's see. I'll take 2 ounces of blackberry brandy, 3 ounces of port, and some powdered sugar.
Oh, don't forget the club soda and maybe some ice.
All right, let's see. I'll add 3 ounces of club soda and a twist of lemon on the glass.
So excited. It's so pretty.
It looks so bloody purple.
It looks deadly. Add some ice, Sam.
Okay.
Ooh, now it almost looks violet.
To love, life, and theater.
Oh.
We'll call this drink the Allegra. I'll tell my dad to add it to the bar menu.
Oh, I will drink to that. Ooh.
I like it. It's fruity and refreshing. Maybe a tad too sweet.
Oh, just like me.
A tad too sweet.
Oh, I will have to kiss you for this, honey, Sam. Oh, Sam is so cute and talented. I just know he'll be a great writer.
Tell him, not us, Allegra.
To Sam, the next Hemingway.
Well, I don't know if I would want to be like Hemingway. He was never happy.
Sam, happiness is not the point. Stop spending so much time in the safe zone watching. Get out there and act. Take some chances. I mean, just don't restrict your life to the comfort of your imagination. Define your goals, visualize yourself achieving them, and make things happen.
Allegra is right. But discipline is also important. Take one day at a time.
A little prayer and meditation will also center your spirit and strengthen your heart.
Thank you, ladies. I'll write your advice in my journal and reflect on my future. I'll be a new man when you see me next year.
We'll be here. Make sure you write our reservations in your daddy's book.
Okay.
Liz, you haven't snapped your camera once this year.
Well, take some before I leave, I guess.
I was looking forward to seeing those photos. I don't understand why you're hiding them.
I'm not hiding them. They got damaged. I'm sorry.
I accidentally spilled Liz's Jack Rose on them when she was showing them to me.
Peculiar. You mean the liquor destroyed them?
Mhm.
Liquor destroys more than pictures. Pictures can be replaced. Livers cannot.
Well, the negatives are back in New York. I'll send all of you prints when I get home.
That's very kind of you, dear. You tell us how much they cost and we'll reimburse you.
Ta! My list. So, girls, are you ready for the intimate details of my life?
Oh, my Lord.
She hands out copies, even to Sam.
Whoa. Whoa. You finished. I am impressed.
I don't approve of this. I'm sure Sam should have a copy without his father's permission.
I need a copy. You know, research. My next book will be a romance.
Sam needs inspiration. I mean, he's a budding writer. And this list, oh boy, does it steam with imagery.
You ladies are a constant source of inspiration.
Pull up a chair, Sam, darling. I have not enjoyed anything so much in years. It's complete, from high school sweethearts to, what's his name?
Oh, you mean Ted?
Yes, Teddy. You won that prize, my darling. So now we're even, Lizzie?
Included places. I'm shocked.
Oh, my goodness, this is way more than I expected. It's like my eyes are burning. I don't know if I should look. I mean, I'm so embarrassed.
But there's nothing to be embarrassed at. I mean, and look how many I've had since Harry.
And before.
Harry's number 6.
There's another Harry, number 12.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what? Now, are all these affairs or just dates?
Affairs, boyfriends, beaux. Well, I'll just leave the torrid details to your imagination.
No. You couldn't have. With Dr. Long?
He's a dentist.
It looks like Woody Allen.
Well, looks have nothing to do with it.
Was he? I don't want to know.
Dr. Long, Shelby. He was kinky. He had to floss every time we kissed.
At least he never had bad breath.
Liz, why don't you give him a call?
Actually, you know, I do need a checkup. He is a good dentist.
I thought he retired.
Oh, he'd come out of retirement for Liz, the new femme fatale of the geriatric set.
Does he really look like Woody Allen?
Liz can close her eyes and think of Hollywood.
Or Gary Cooper. Or Clark Gable. Or Tyrone.
Violet, stop it.
Oh.
They're all dead.
Hmm.
They can only perform in our dreams.
Look, Liz, if you're afraid to call Shelby, I will call him. And I'll try to set something up for you.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day.
Look, Liz, maybe it's time for you to work on developing your list. Work on it all year and bring it next summer.
I will work hard at it. Competition keeps us alive. I'm so thrilled. We will all be here next year.
God willing.
I'm happy to start rehearsing at the Mercury Theater next week. And they're putting the actors up at the Lily Guard Hotel.
Oh, I'll miss you. I will come see the show.
Well, the Lily Guard doesn't have a bar, so you will continue to see a lot of me. And I'll send my fans here to try an Allegra cocktail. Oh, I love it.
And I'll make sure Dad imprints the Allegra on the bar's permanent menu. We'll run it on special the week of the show.
A special. Oh, I love it. Oh, Sam, feature me with oysters.
No, tomorrow we start to say our goodbyes. I hate goodbyes. Last summer we said goodbye to Lillian, believing that we'd see her again.
In all goodbyes, we believe we have tomorrow to say goodbye again.
I've learned to take nothing for granted.
Oh, Violet, Sam, Lizzie, Liz. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Let us number our days.
And with luck, the best is yet to follow.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow.
Blackout. Act 3, Scene 6. Porch of the hotel. Evening. Liz and Violet make their entrances dressed in beautiful, brightly colored evening dresses and shawls. They sit on rocking chairs as Sam serves them drinks. He gets himself a Coke and joins them.
Why does it always take Allegra so long to get dressed?
Well, she has the most to conceal.
Oh, be nice, dear. Remember, you have a truce. Allegra has behaved very well today.
Yes, the cat who ate the canary. People don't change, they just get older.
Well, we all have our days in the sun. Let her enjoy hers. Let's bask in her radiance.
Allegra enters. She looks elegant.
La 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 la.
Here she is, our Allegra.
Yes, and my last grand entrance of the season.
Well, what about arsenic and old lace?
Oh, honey, in that play I portray a frump. Frumps don't have spotlights. Frumps have sagging bosoms and fallen arches.
Count your blessings, my dear.
Oh, I am grateful for the role. It's just not glamorous. It's not Hedda Gabler.
No.
Let's see. Tonight you ladies are seeing The King and I, right?
I wonder who played the king.
Oh, no one can replace the great Yul Brynner.
Oh, we're all replaceable, honey.
And interchangeable.
Sam, honey, can you join us tonight?
Well, I'd love to, but I've made other plans.
Oh, a date?
Yes, Caroline.
Oh, Caroline is such a sweet little girl. She owns that darling boutique in town.
Oh, I've shopped there many times. It's a very successful business.
I actually pointed Caroline out to Sam last summer when we saw her at the beach.
Oh, it really doesn't matter who saw her first. What matters is Sam likes her and he's going to take her on a date.
And who knows, we may be coming back here for a wedding soon.
Oh, no, let's not push the boy into marriage. I mean, he has a challenging career in front of him. Oh, come on, girls, it's getting late and we must get to the theater.
Our calling.
Magic time.
Our curse and our blessing. So how about a picture, Liz?
Oh, I almost forgot. Sam, could you please?
Yeah, sure.
I wasn't ready. Could you do another one, please?
Yeah. Okay. Please send me copies, and you better hurry. It's getting late. Have a nice evening, ladies, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, don't you rush back for us, honey. You have a splendid date. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Don't do anything she'd do.
Don't listen to anybody. Do what's best for you and enjoy.
Hand in hand, the ladies walk the shoreline path from the hotel. Sam calls to them. They look back and see Sam with his arms around Caroline.
Oh.
They look very happy. The ladies wave, smile, and continue on their journey.
Wow, that Caroline is a real knockout.
Her dress was a little short.
Oh, they looked happy. We look happy.
We approach the shore.
The tide is in.
I love taking deep breaths of pure sea air.
Each breath empowers me.
Oh,
Oh,
let's enjoy the rest of our journey.
God will guide us.
Let's continue to daydream life's possibilities.
Sketch our entrances, our sorrows, joys, exits, and encores.
Time well lived.
Loved and remembered. God
God be
With
with
you.
you.
till we
till
meet
we meet
again.
They continue their journey to the theater, singing the last verse of Sentimental Journey.
Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide
to roam?
got
To take a sentimental journey.
Sentimental journey home.
Blackout. Curtain. I'd like to thank all of you for going to this special reading of Katheryn White's A Sentimental Journey. The cast for this evening was, starring in the role of Allegra Wild, we have Florence Pape. In the role of Liz White, we have also our eminent director, Beatriz Esteban-Messina. In the role of Violet Sims, we have Mary Lynch. In the role of Sam Shaw, we have Gabriel Drouet. And in the role of Dr. Ted Eastman, we have Dave Silberger. Thank you all for the great night, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Good night, Gracie.
Night.
Bye. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.